Hi everyone. So a couple of weeks ago people asked for a health update and it's taken a while. I'm sorry about that, just been applying for jobs and stuff, but yeah, I've made this video a couple of times now and I'm just gonna try and cut to the chase a bit. Health update, how's it going for me? Okay, so the first thing I can tell you is, like I've mentioned a couple of times before, this year's been really tough for me, and I'm starting to realise that there are many emotional things that I haven't dealt with that need addressing, root cause of my problems. And when I was recovering the first time, I was isolated. I didn't have anyone to answer to. I did my own thing, and at the time that was a really good thing. But what happens is when I got in a relationship and I moved away from home, it really kind of shined a spotlight on some of the issues that I have and that I have to kind of deal with. I do have a history of escapism, and that is something that's been very hard for me to deal with. So that's the first thing that comes to mind. I've been applying for jobs, the opportunities aren't there that I thought that, I just had this assumption that when you want to look for work, it's there and available, but what I'm starting to find is that's not the case. Also, people don't look too fondly upon someone that has a very massive gap in their CV. So that's been a bit stressful for me. And this has led to me having sleep problems as well. My girlfriend says I snore and I teeth grind. Now, this isn't anything new to me. My mum said that I used to teeth grind when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I'm not really sure what the answer to that is. Is it emotional? Is it something physical? I'm not really too sure at this moment in time. So that's had a knock-on effect on my sleep. I'm not sleeping very well at the moment. I tried to, so another thing I did is I went and bought one of these memory foam pillows that are quite hard, and I'm wondering if that's causing me issues as well, because I'm getting neck pain and I think that it's a bit too high for my head. So that might be something I want to look into. The other thing is I've had an ongoing shoulder problem that is an issue for me since a car crash in March 2017. It's a lot better than it was, but it's still lingering with me. And a big part of my way of getting out how I feel was through exercise, and at the moment I can't do exercise as much as I would like to because of injuries. So for example, with my shoulder, if I go and do a bunch of push-ups, my shoulder is going to start niggling. I'll get a pain down the side here, and I'm not sure what that is. I've been to 3-4 different physios and they've all told me different things. And one said I need to strengthen my rhomboids. The other said you have a trapped nerve because your muscle definition in your left arm is less all up the left side. Another said that I need to do rotator cuff exercises. They've all said different things, and none of them have fully resolved my issue. Okay? The other problem I'm having is in my left wrist. This has always been a problem for me. When I recovered, for some reason it healed. Is it because it's a dietary thing? Am I having problems with my joints here because of something I'm doing? I don't know. So for example, my wrist is fine. Yeah, I'll go, right, for the next 2 weeks I won't do anything strenuous on my left wrist. It'll be fine. I'll be able to bend it like I can now. It's a bit tender here. If I bend it like that, and if I bend it like that, it's a bit tender, but not as much as it has been in the last few days. So if I go and do push-ups again, that will be inflamed for the next 5 days, and then it will gradually die off. So is it diet, or have I got an ongoing injury? Because I know before I recovered, I always had a problem with my left wrist. Don't know what that's from. I used to have a ganglion actually, and that seems to have gone, but it's an ongoing problem for me. So I'm not really sure what that's about. I have a in the last 2-3 weeks I've started running and doing 5Ks, and it's been going fine, but a niggling knee injury comes back. And I'm thinking, you know, are these signs of, you know, being prone to injury, or injuries that are not fully healing, a sign that I'm doing something wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Is it because I'm not sleeping properly? Am I not getting adequate sleep? Because I know that sleep, when it comes to how you feel in your body, is number one. You know, you don't heal properly if you're not sleeping well. So, are these issues because I'm not sleeping properly? Is going out for 5Ks, maybe I'm doing too much too soon. Maybe my knees aren't up to the challenge of doing runs on, you know, rocks and pavement. Is that a problem for me? I don't know. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm emotionally spent most of the time. I feel, you know, better in myself today than I did last week. But generally, I am not in a happy, thriving place. I can't complain because I'm not chronically ill. I can do what I need to do in the day. If I want to go for a run, I can go for a run, apart from the injury. When I recovered, actually, quickly, I'll say that about my knee, is I got very into my running very quickly. You know, I had all this energy and I was like, you know, I want to go for runs. I loved it. You know, I used to go for runs in the rain, listening to my music. And I remember the first time my knee injury cropped up is when I did a 9K. And it was too much too soon, you know. I had the energy, you know, I was like a little Duracell bunny. I was just constantly on the go, running, loving it. I was absolutely loving it. And although I might have had that energy, you know, I was sedentary for such a long time, my knees and my shins were not up to the impact of that tarmac. So, you know, it niggles back and comes back and again. Maybe it's because I'm doing too much too soon, that could be the reason. But yeah, sleep, emotionally I'm finding things hard to deal with. I look at society and I go, this is not adequate for the general population to be happy and healthy. You know, we're going down a deep black hole, and you know, it's hard to be optimistic sometimes. I look at you know, this is what goes on in my mind. I go, right, I'd love to have a family. I'd love to have children that didn't have the issues that I've had. You know, they get a fresh start in life. How every human should start their life with health. No, I don't believe that the chronic illness people are having, like you are something that the human body should experience. I don't think it should be part of the human experience to lose your ability to move. I don't think that that should be part of the human experience. So I'd love to do that, and I think, you know, I'd love to have my own home. And I look at the climate in the UK and I just go, the idea of having your own home is like 30 years mortgage around your neck, maybe more. And that goes, oh my God, you know. So I'm looking for alternatives, like I mentioned in another video. Lots of things going on in my mind at the moment. That's where I'm at the moment. And I think that it's just part of this journey that I have to go through, you know. I'm in it whether I like it or not. And I wish that, I know that this is the bad mentality I've had in the past, where I go, right, I love working out. I love doing loads of push-ups, loads of calisthenics, you know, lifting heavy weights. And because of my wrist and my shoulder, I've gone, well, if I can't do it, I'm just not going to do anything, you know. I'll go for my walks, but I can't be bothered to get into a routine of exercise if I can't go 100% and, you know, exert myself to as 100%, you know what I mean. And that's a bad mentality. So I was like, right, I'll pick up my running shoes and I'll go for a run. What did I do? I went and did 5K first time. And maybe that's just not the way to go about it. Yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm not where I would like to be physically. You know, and if any of you have advice out there, I'd really appreciate it in terms of injuries. anything like that, you know. I've been doing my meditations. I know sleep is something I'm going to have to sort out. I'm going to have to look for a new pillow to sort my neck out, because I wake up with a really stiff neck. I don't know if you heard that, I just cracked my neck. I get a stiff neck down the side here, and I swear it's from sleeping on a pillow that's too high for my head. So that's something I need to do. I know that from my old routine, electronics gone by 6 o'clock at night is what works for me. 5, 6 o'clock. Last night I was watching something until 8:30, 9 o'clock. Probably not the best idea for me. So I need to get more strict with my technology usage again. But yeah, there are lingering things in my mind that goes, am I doing something that is causing me harm? I know that I have to address my emotional issues and get to the root cause of why I was so involved in escapism for such a long time. And yeah, I don't know. If you're watching this video and you're looking at me, and I know that it's very easy for somebody else to look at somebody and kind of get a gist of what might be an issue for them, I'd really appreciate if you give me your advice or what you think might benefit me or whatever, you know. You know, I can't complain. I think this is a mistake I have as well, is I go, right, how am I right now? You know, I'm awake, no brain fog, I'm not in pain, I can get up and do what I need to do, I can't complain. You know, I look back to my time of chronic illness where I found getting up the stairs difficult, dizzy, pain, joint pain, brain fog to the point where I could barely read anything, and I go, I'm not experiencing anywhere near that, so I look at that and I go, I'm fine. But, you know, my channel, I started my channel because I found that thriving health. I felt fantastic. I felt like Duracell Bunny, and I never met anyone in my life that was feeling or exuded the same health and fitness and energy that I did. And I was like, man, I need to tell people what it is that got me here, you know? And I feel like I'm not there. And it'd be a disservice for me to say I'm still at that level. Maybe I need to go back to the high carb thing. Possibility. I know that when I recovered it was very high carbs, lower fat. At the moment I eat very like mixed. It's like a lot of fats, a lot of, you know what I'd say, majority of my calories are probably coming from fat at the moment. Is it making me feel sluggish? Am I just not meant for that kind of diet? Or not really too sure. Maybe I need to stop the processed foods completely again. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna shut up and just follow what I did before. I don't know. That's how I feel in my life right now. I don't know. I'm uncertain. I look at my following a career. I look at just a number of things I feel uncertain about. And I feel like I need to know an answer for all of them right now, right in this moment. And I just don't. I don't know the answers right now. Maybe it's another thing that I have to explore and find the answers to, and then share that with you guys as well. I don't know. I'll stop the video there. It's probably the longest video I've ever done. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing alright. I got a couple of messages recently of people making big improvements, which is great. You know, I'm really happy for you guys. That's all I want from this channel, is to at least get you in the right direction. That's all I've ever wanted. And if you would like to share those stories, I'd be more than happy to put it on my YouTube channel and redirect your own channel, because that's what we need right now. We need more people recovering and sharing their story, getting the news out there, making people make those dietary changes, lifestyle changes, emotional change, and getting their life back. You know, that's what I want. Oh, that's the other thing, before I stop, is I'm getting skin rashes. I'm wondering whether it's from this new laundry detergent that I'm using. I'm getting eczema under my armpits, and I Not really sure why that is. You know, when I went vegan, all my eczema and rashes and acne and everything completely vanished, and it's started to creep back in. Is it emotional stress? Because I've been extremely emotionally stressed this year. Can eczema be completely related to stress and not gut health? Or is there an element of gut problems? You know, this is the thing. My gut issues are non-existent at the moment. I might get a bit of bloating now and again. You know, every couple of weeks I might eat something like, for example, we cooked this amazing dal, lentil dal. I'm not used to eating a lot of lentils, but I went back, I was eating lots and lots of this dal, and it messed my digestion up a bit. I was bloated and everything. And I cut out the lentils again, and my digestion's perfect. You know, I do perfect stools, TMI, and, you know, I don't have any abdominal discomfort or anything like that. Can you have gut issues without gut symptoms? I don't know. I don't know. If you're watching this, do you believe that my eczema could just be caused from stress? You know what? Stress is the #1 killer. It misfires all the signals in your brain. It's you know, it's the #1 killer, and it's probably possible that stress alone can cause problems. Anyway, I'll stop that video now. I'm sorry guys that took so long. I'm just going to upload this one as my final one. I feel like it got off my chest what I wanted to say, and if I can get help back from you guys, that would be fantastic. So yeah, thanks a lot everyone for watching. Sorry it's such a long video. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up. If not, if you think I'm talking crap, you know, give it a thumbs down. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next video.